So you want to start a podcast. Yeah, you and the guy down the street with all the political signs on his lawn. Look, I'm not saying you can't have a successful podcast, but you have to be smart about it. Here's another Solo Pro quick pro tip for starting a podcast. Why? Just why? I don't know about you, but I am sick to death of every coach and motivational speaker saying, you have to start with your why. So I'm going to hate myself for saying this, but if you're going to start a podcast, you absolutely must start with your why. Why do you want to start a podcast? Are you doing it to help people, educate people, entertain, get a dialogue started, build community? All of these can be great reasons to start a podcast, especially if you're passionate about those. But some reasons are not so great. Like, for example, I want to increase my brand awareness, both for my company and my personal brand, and hopefully find more customers. Look, besides being a mouthful, it's also not a good why. It may be a benefit you do receive from doing the podcast, but you can't build a passion around it. And if you can't, neither will your listeners. Then there's this beauty. Because my marketing coach told me I needed one. Can you just feel the passion dripping off of that one? No. If that's your sole reason for starting a podcast, do us all a favor and just don't. Use your time for better pursuits, like maybe finding a new marketing coach. Look, starting a podcast isn't really hard, but sustaining it and making it a success is a grind. Having a why you are truly passionate about is the only way you will slog through and create a long-lasting podcast. You can find the complete series on starting a podcast, along with the series on choosing the right gear, in the Pro Tips section of the Solo Pro website at gosolopro.com/tips. And if you think you have a great why, then try to convince us to help you make your podcast a reality. Go to gosolopro.com/cast and set up a time to chat. Solo Pro, we make professional quality content easy.